Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with my real quick breakdown and prediction of Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev, which is going down. Of course, it's going down tonight. I just wanted to come back real quick and do my prediction on this fight. First off, I got to say that, I know there's a lot of casual fans out there and even, just Canelo fans in general that feel like, it's going to be an easy fight for Canelo, that he's going to, retire Kovalev with this, in this fight. He's going to have an easy time knocking Kovalev out, like in the eighth, ninth round. Now, I do believe that Canelo has the ability to knock Kovalev out or stop Kovalev, but it's not going to be easy. This fight is a calculated risk for Canelo. Meaning that the reward is high, but the risk is also high. But the reward is, the reward is there, and there is a better chance of Canelo beating this champion than there is guys like Beterbiev and Bivol. So I do believe there is that part in this fight, but there's also the part where you can feel like, hey, he could underestimate Kovalev. Going in there feeling like Kovalev is shot. Because this is Canelo's first fight at light heavyweight, where guy like Kovalev, he's been there before. He's been knocked out, but this is his division. You got to remember that. Even like B-Hop said, this is his division. And don't be surprised if Canelo got stopped in this fight, which I wouldn't be. I'm going for Canelo in this fight. I'm picking Canelo in this fight, but I also know that the possibility of him getting stopped in this fight is big, because first off, what everybody feels like Canelo is going to do is, rip the body, break down Kovalev early, and knock him out in the later rounds, which I kind of feel like he could do that, but he's going to have to get past the Kovalev jab and the power of Kovalev. We got to see how the power, we got to see how Canelo takes the power. If he can't get past the jab, then he can't get a body attack going. Andre Ward, he had trouble getting past the jab in the first couple fights. In the first fight, even in the second fight, to get to the body, he really had to absorb a lot of Kovalev's jabs and, try to make those adjustments to get in there. But somebody like Canelo, him being the shorter fighter with the shorter reach, 5'8", versus a guy who's 6 foot, 6'1", he's going to really have to be able to slip the head, move kind of like Tyson to get in there in this one, because he's not like Hopkins. Like when Hopkins moved up to fight Antonio Tarver, Hopkins was more elusive, more rough, and the height against Tarver, they kind of matched up. Whenever he put that weight on the 175 and, he stood in there, 6'1" against 6'2", they were kind of more evenly matched. Whereas this fight, Canelo, he's not really the type of guy to move around as elusive as Hopkins was, whenever Hopkins was in those prime years. Canelo can slip and move, he can slip and move the head, but, he's not really a bouncy guy, so we're going to have to see how he's able to nullify the right hand and nullify the jab of Kovalev to get in on a mid-range fighter. But going into this fight, I definitely feel like Kovalev has the jab advantage, and of course he has the height strength advantage. The strength advantage maybe just by edge. Speed, I give that to Canelo. Stamina, stamina's kind of even with these guys. Kovalev, if you work the body, depending on how dedicated he was to training in this fight, we'll have to see how he can hold up. He doesn't really, doesn't have the best conditioning. Canelo, he's gassed at 160. He's gassed against Golovkin, those two fights, in my opinion. So we're going to have to see how he handles this 175-pound frame, so stamina, they both kind of match up. So it's really going to come down to who can last in those later rounds and who gets off the better shots in the first few rounds. Like whoever can get their style going in the first 5 rounds, I feel like that's the guy who's going to win this fight. If Canelo can start breaking the body down and get past the jab in the first 5 rounds, then he's going to try to break Kovalev down by 9, 10, and 11 and maybe try to stop him or just ride his way to a decision. But my prediction for this fight, man, I have to say Canelo by either a split decision or a stoppage in like the 10th or 11th round in a very competitive fight. I feel like he's going to take the jab early on, but he's going to try to take it away in like the mid rounds. And if Canelo kind of gasses, he's going to try to, pot shot Kovalev from the outside and try to, hold him and wear him down and maybe catch him in rounds 10 or 11 to stop him. But Kovalev is going to have his points too. I think Kovalev is going to jab, try to jab from the outside and try to trick Canelo into traps and try to work his way, try to box Canelo from the outside, which Buddy McGirt's been really helping him through these past couple years. But yeah, man, I have to go with Canelo. He's the younger guy. I feel like he's the more experienced guy. Even though he is the younger fighter, I feel like he's learned more in his wins and his loss to Floyd. So yeah, going with Canelo by a split decision or a late round stoppage in a very tough fight. So yeah, man, that's what I got on this one. That's all I got on this one, guys. Just leave in the comment section who you think is going to win this fight, Canelo or Kovalev. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.